say the N-word.
And we're live.
What a bombshell to start out on. Let's just get it out of the way.
Okay, alright. I mean, we already had a shorter game.
So, my beautiful, wonderful players, tell me what I did to you last session. Because it's been a while.
Wait, last D&D session or last dungeon
Dragon
session?
Heist session.
Yeah.
This is session 14, by the way.
We've played a lot.
Lucky 13.
Normally I'm on push to talk, so now you guys get to hear me burp.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cause
well, good to know they were censored before.
Yeah.
Thought something was up.
I don't remember everything, but I know we were we resumed like our little encounter with the butcher Thrakis, and there was like a carter person that pulled up.
Yes.
And we were trying to make nice, but
we got in a shootout.
It didn't. Yeah,
well,
I mean the one with
fist
the
fight.
There was a firefight.
I got in a shootout. You guys just got in a fight.
I put things to sleep. I was trying to
mitigate Jen was doing things.
She made us invisible, and then she grew a third eye.
Oh yeah, I did have some wild magic, as one does.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, but when we were fighting him, we ended up subduing them to the point where we could tie them up. We were hoping to get information out of them. We tried to torture the Carter. And it wasn't really working. I got called DeVille's pet.
Yes.
Again.
And
well,
kind of.
If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck.
All right.
It's probably a duck.
I'm no one's pet. I'm an independent 10-year-old. Don't need no.
Retcon. I took out my notebook and wrote down DeVille's pet on the page I keep info about Vinny on. In fact, I labeled it DeVille's pet.
Okay.
I'd love to see your notebook in person.
It's exquisite.
I'm sure it's a treasure.
It's like note taking wise, like it's pornographic. Like it's great.
Oh yeah.
We did hear.
Everything.
Yeah.
I know the Carter was speaking what we now know as Elvish. The only word that really stood out, because none of us speak Elvish, is the name Manchu.
Mao Zedong.
And that's like some legendary, crazy...
From Tiananmen Square.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was weird, and that stood out to us. When we, were unable to get information we wanted out of the Carter or Dragonborn Thrakis, a few of us sent out messages, and Cal sent a message to his... Gunslingers Guild, and some gunslingers showed up. Friends, yeah.
That's all you know them as.
Some gang friends.
They're not a gang.
Spouses.
I mean,
unlike your gang, I have an organization.
What do you mean?
I have an organization, kid. We got infrastructure.
I do too, I think.
Infrastructure that's not a sewer.
Yeah, I'm in with the Zent, the Black Network, yo. Represent.
Yeah,
I'm very important and special, and
are you?
Yeah, really powerful. I'm rising up in the ranks. I know, like, for some reason we let Soul wander off on his own.
That was a terrible idea.
And he decided to try to, like, loot one of the homeless-looking people while they were alive. You're like, no!
Yeah, he just mugged him. He legit just mugged the homeless person.
He was trying. I don't think he actually succeeded, because he realized, oh, he's still alive, so...
He mugged a homeless person.
I woke him up, and then I tried to mug him.
Yeah, at least you have the decency to wake him up first.
A living body.
Wake up, you're being robbed.
Yeah.
Give me your money.
And then the guy was so fucking... that he literally ran himself on his sword. He ran himself on Soul's sword.
Like, just like
without even giving a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
he got kicked in the nuts, too, and he didn't react.
Yeah, no, he didn't, like, run himself onto the sword. He just walked forward and, like, it cut him a little bit, but it's not like he just
ran
walked.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just like pushed the sword through his abdomen or
Just to
anything.
show
That's
him,
what I
like,
thought
hey,
he did.
don't-
I was
Yeah.
like, dude,
don't
this
shoot
is
him.
some shit.
I got
The
stabbed.
guy was pretty drugged out, but he was mostly just, I mean, he was a dwarf and he was on drugs, so he's like, this fucker's trying to like front right now. Let's show
throw
him
down.
I mean business.
Yeah.
But I know Sycamore and his crew kind of helped clean up the mess, especially since Cal used, their fancy, newfangled.
My
tech.
flash wand.
Yeah.
Your fizzle bang, whatever it is.
Fizzle bang. Frizzle spring.
Yeah.
It's a gun.
Yeah. So I know
take it to
Thrakis was
town.
executed. I don't remember if the
Yeah, he
Carter
straight got
was.
iced.
Yeah.
Yeah, just right in the head. Yeah,
That's
we didn't,
crazy.
Now I know.
We didn't get
now I
any
know.
valid information from them.
No, he didn't give us anything.
I know there was a
No.
ring that was discovered on. Was it the Carter that had the ring on?
Yes. It was a. Hold on. It
A
was
loyalty-
a
loyalty
loyalty band.
Yeah.
Which basically is just if you're wearing it and you fall unconscious, you die. There's
Somehow we didn't,
there's no death
except for
saves or anything
sleeping.
like that.
Yeah, sleep.
Yeah,
Not sleeping,
yeah,
but
no.
actually.
I mean, if you get knocked unconscious, not if you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Then you're dead. It's mostly used by like spies and criminals who don't want.
It's the
people to get
cyanide
information.
pill.
Yeah, essentially, the Himmler move of the fantasy universe.
Yeah. Speaking to him, I did come to the conclusion that he was a member of the Zentarum.
Yeah, the guild you're a part of.
Well, she's a part of both major crime
She's
guilds.
the ones
so-
that are-
She's
at
just
odds.
literally balls deep in the crime scene,
Yeah.
and she doesn't even know what she's doing.
I think I'm titty deep in all of this, to be honest.
I mean, with how short Vinny is, that's not too far.
that
Okay.
that is moving on.
I'm short as an adult too.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Wait,
really
you
can't
or Vinny?
remember.
Either way, yes.
I mean the character.
Moving on.
So it's I.
Moving on.
I know, but yeah. So that was taken care of. And I know then after the cleanup crew came and went.
Clean.
Well, there were bodies. There were
Everybody
bodies
clean.
there. That's why we
Oh, yeah.
decided to attack because there were other bodies that.
Why we attacked? Because it was good.
Well, because we had, we
We're
knew
good
he was
people.
a target for some reason.
We just wanted an excuse to beat him up,
Yeah,
and we found one.
I know we took some fingers or something from the Carter and I
No,
kinda
we
popped
No.
them.
Well, I mean, he's
They're
dead,
dead.
now, so it doesn't
The-
matter.
Fingers are dead.
I know
Or no,
after
he's not
that-
dead.
No,
The Carter did not die.
no, he went in for interrogation.
Yep. I'm sure I might get a little note here soon, in the next day or so.
Yeah. Yeah, so I know after that we were deciding to head back because this is the same day where we're supposed to go to that opera to.
Yep, Vinny is wearing her
Right.
nice dress that she fucked up.
I ended up getting singed, I think, from the Dragonborn.
I bought her a new dress because I'm a
So-
nice person.
Yeah, getting a new dress on the way back, and I think that's where we left off. Is we
Mhm.
just said,
It is.
oh, and he disconnected.
Bye, Jake.
Yeah.
Oh God, Jake.
So I know I had
No.
sent a message
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Jake?
to
He's not offline. Jacob.
Jake. Hello?
Yeah.
As soon as the recap's like done.
Yeah, he just wanted to know what happened last week. He didn't want to
Did he drown in his bathtub?
It's possible.
I don't want to get possible copyright.
Yeah, you're too good. You're gonna get Smooth McGroove.
Shit. Oh, he's on. He's on. Oh,
Jake?
I got disconnected from my internet.
Jake?
okay,
Jake?
there he is.
Welcome
Ladies
back.
and gentlemen, we're back from our technical
Ladies
difficulties.
and gentlemen,
Yeah,
boys
we finished
and
our
girls.
recap, and I know we'd gotten a dress for Vinny, and we're heading back home.
Yes. You guys.
And we had something you wanted us to do.
I know I wanted to Well, I had sent a message to Istrid.
I'm sure you did.
What'd you say? When? What?
Yeah, we got. I don't know.
When was this?
She sent a letter somewhere.
I sent a you know, because he sent something to his guild. I sent something to mine.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that.
But it was just something about like asking her what she wants me to do. Oh. But then we did the
I don't
thing
know.
anyway.
I'll be honest with you guys. I have lost track of how many paper birds we've used.
Well, I have my own. I have a few of my own. I had 10. I have 9 now.
I've
been keeping track in my sheet.
I was keeping track.
Just estimate it, and then just go from there.
Let's say 100 because we bought like 130.
Did we? Okay.
Or something like that.
Well, I know. This is the one that she sent you because I'm smart and I always sign my notes in character.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
No, I don't, but I try to.
I know I had to get
no, you do. You do, though.
Because I'm like, what should we
regardless,
do? And then the gunslinger should.
Yeah, you guys are. I believe you.
It'd be funny if you signed your in-character notes.
You guys are like not even walking back. You're riding back.
Are we?
Yeah, sure. I remember Cal buying a cart to get out of there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I believe you.
So yeah, you guys pull up into Troll Skull Alley.
What's the cart?
It's
cost?
You already paid for it.
Okay.
Pardon me. It's probably a couple hours now till the start of the show. You have a little bit of downtime, and then you're probably gonna want to head over. So yeah, you guys pull up. What do you do?
Do we have a bath?
I do.
I assume we do.
There's
okay.
Hold up, let me.
Pull up.
Let me grab the. Oops.
You said we have downtime like a couple hours.
An hour and a half, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna summon my familiar in that time.
Objects.
Oh yeah, he got ripped.
He got eaten by a rat, and it was scary.
He got straight up murked by the Rat King, legit.
He was murdered really hard, and it was scary.
I have to go back and kill that rat out of revenge.
Okay.
We could have killed them before we left.
Alright, calm down, Soul.
So there is
We'll get you your rat.
There's a bathroom right off of Vinny's bedroom, and then one right off of your office, Cal.
But it's not perfect. Like it doesn't have a bathroom.
Oh no, not right off of your office. Sorry.
But that's
above
just a toilet.
Yeah.
That's not a full bathroom. Like I have a bath.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that Vinny has like the only bathtub.
Yeah.
There is a cleansing stone in the Troll Skull Manor though, which is basically just like a big circular polished stone that you touch and it instantly cleans you and whatever you're wearing.
That is a bath, probably.
Yeah, okay. But it shows it on the map, but there's not one in there. There's only one functioning bath, and it's connected to Vinny's room.
Yeah, because I wanted to be
there is like a door to the hallway, so you can get to it without going through Vinny's room.
I usually lock that.
But that's normally locked. Yeah.
Crossbow rigged up to shoot anyone that tries to enter.
Just feel like you have fucking mending.
I do. Now I do. So I'm powerful.
I bet you if I went up there, the door wouldn't be mended.
Yeah, she has mending. She just never bothers to fix anything.
Hasn't used it yet.
Fix some things.
Like not the door.
Weapons.
I
that's
mean,
it.
Can she mend my gun if it misfires?
No, because that's like
bunch of tiny different pieces.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and like a mending spell is like fixing a rip in a piece of cloth, or like a crack in something, or you know, like if your sword cracks or something like that, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or she could probably mend bullet holes in your clothes.
Well, I haven't been shot at yet, luckily.
I'll write that down.
Luckily, neither of us have been shot either.
Knock on wood.
One of you got shot at.
I shot Soul.
There's the Drow guy that shot at you once.
Oh, he might have shot me.
Yeah.
Did he shoot me?
He shot at one of you. I don't remember who though.
I think it was Cal that got shot.
Oh well, then I got shot.
And then I got shot in the back.
Yeah, I had a rolled a 1 and shot him
by Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens, dude. Close quarter.
So yeah, you guys got about probably an hour and a half of downtime until you guys need to leave to go to the opera to meet with Mert. What are you doing?
Is Ron around?
Ron is around.
Or our bartender?
Yeah, there's like customers in here right now and patrons.
Yeah, we're at tavern.
Yeah, you're in business. Ron's in the kitchen and Isabella's behind the counter. Yeah.
I asked Isabella to. You think? Have I ever been to a show before? Would it be allowed for me to bring nice alcohol into the show?
Normally they don't allow outside food or drink.
What if I was going to meet Mert though?
Mert probably has his own alcohol there.
That's far better than anything we can buy.
Yeah,
I know,
he's a
but
Lord.
I know.
If
but
it's like a gift, and it's not like open, then yeah, it would be fine.
That was the point.
Yeah, if you're wanting to bring like a bottle of alcohol as a gift for him, then yeah, that'd be fine.
I want to bring him like the nicest wine we have.
Yeah, you could absolutely do that.
All right, cool. Now maybe I'll wrap it up or whatever. I don't.
So strap my bag of spice to one of my legs, because just in case if I get turned adult, I want a little bit of
What?
It's pretty common to have a little sniff while you're.
Can't you wait till you get back?
And you're doing this in the middle of the tavern.
No, I'm in my room.
Are you going up to your room?
I'll go up to my room. I'm gonna strap my spice to my leg, preparing for later. And I need to do.
Vinny.
Oh no.
She gets shot in the face.
You go up to your room.
Yeah.
And you go. I assume your bedroom door is locked. Yes.
Yeah.
You put the key in the lock and turn it. Make a perception check.
Oh, no. I'm scared. Oh, where am I?
Someone probably just broke in your room. It's fine.
Okay.
Happens to me all the time.
14. Okay, so I got 14.
Yeah, you've spent time practicing picking locks and generally just spending time on infiltration techniques because you're a little sneak thief. It's almost unnoticeable, but as you turn the key, you realize that the door is not unlocked. Or the door is not locked, rather.
Oh, yeah, you could tell that off the bat. Especially with older doors.
Okay. I'm going to...
This is something that is not completely unfamiliar to you, if you understand what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of pause and kind of like take a deep breath and like steel myself, and I will like nudge the door open with my foot.
Okay.
And stand in the doorway.
5 crossbow bolts. No.
I should have grabbed a figurine in preparation, but I was in the moment. So give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
This is gonna end great.
Oh no. And
It's either what's her face is in there, or we have a home invader.
And
we're doing this without.
Or
leaving.
both.
Standing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Standing in front of the fireplace is the to you familiar figure, dark-robed figure of Nihilor the Mind Flayer.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck! Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm like right here.
Does she like run? Like, do you run?
No. I just
and as you open the door, he turns around and looks at you expectantly.
Yeah, I walk in slowly and I like pause and put like a hand on my chair and just kind of steadying myself. And, sir?
You've been busy, Lavinia.
Yeah, I have.
Tell me, what exactly were you up to tonight in the field ward? I heard that there was a bit of commotion.
Well, there was a map that we'd found on the Nibblewright, so we decided to check out this location, and we found members of the Zentarum, and well, we had a fight, and they are gone. We took care of them, sir.
He
totally avoiding Sycamore.
Yeah, he looks at you for a moment, and under the weight of his alien gaze, you can't help but look down.
Yeah, I'm like fidgeting with like.
And
you don't. Dude, this is some heavy shit.
You don't hear anything, but a moment later, a cold hand reaches with one finger under your chin and pulls your face up to look at him, and the tentacles on his face are like slowly writhing. And as you look up into his eyes, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck!
Oh, no! I'm so...
Vinny, if you've ever fucking saved... Oh! It's not bad, it's not bad.
Wisdom is...
She seems like she'd be good at that. She's been around the block. She's wise, right?
I mean, that's a 12.
Okay. Fuck. That's a fail. That's a fucking fail.
He looks you in the eyes and says, Lavinia, I need your progress report. And as he does so, the inhibitions and kind of the resistance in your mind to wanting to tell him everything fades away. And you now find yourself compelled to tell him what you learned about Sycamore and Kel's calling in the cavalry and whatnot, what you learned about Manchun, everything that you were wanting to keep secret.
You give him the recap.
Suddenly
we
it feels
had earlier.
like you need to tell him, like, this is your boss, like, you know.
You feel obliged.
Yeah, I would probably just it just all spills out, and
yeah,
I recount everything. I don't know if I know that they're like a gunslinger guild by name, like the Obsidian Order. I don't think I know that name.
You don't know their name,
but I know about the weapon used, and I know Sycamore's name because he was at the party. I think I remember his name.
He comes to the bar every once in a while.
An elf that has a gun, and he took out Thrakis, and
he has a thing.
I mentioned the loyalty ring on the Carter. Yeah, I tell him everything. And
okay.
After that, I just sit there, just kind of stunned.
Yeah, you finish speaking, and he drops his hand and breaks his gaze, and when he does, you get the sensation of, like, you're not sure if you actually just said what you just said, or if you only think that you did. And
I know what that's like.
You feel like in one of your previous visits from Nihilor, you were sleeping when you woke up.
Yeah.
Or when he arrived and you realized that he was there. And that night you had kind of an empty, hollow feeling, and your dreams were gone. You have that same kind of hollow feeling this time. And as you sort of realize what happened, you now realize that that's possibly the feeling that is accompanied when your mind is manipulated by his magic. This is the first time that he's done it very blatantly to you. And he kind of steps back and sinks down into the other chair next to the table and sort of uncharacteristically, almost humanly, taps his fingers on the table like he's thinking. And he says aloud, I believe you're on the trail of the Stone of Galore. Find it for me, and you will be rewarded. It's time that this pesky war ends.
Yes, sir.
And he nods, stands back up, and walks past you, and puts his palm on the gazer eye that faces inward to your room, and as he does so, with a slight rustling of his cloak, vanishes from sight.
Better hope I never fucking find out about this.
Yeah, I just I stare at the eye for a little bit and then
It stares right back.
yeah, it's I've been too afraid to move it. It used to be on the outside of my door, if you guys remember. But it's since been moved into the inside of my room, and I'm too scared to move it or the other ones. But I don't say anything to the others.
Is there a gazer eye on my door?
No, there's one on Vinny's door, one on or above the fireplace, in the main bar area.
Yeah.
And then one that hangs at the top of the staircase facing Soul's bedroom door.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, because I was gonna grab my spice. I still grab it, and I just kind of look back at the eye, and then I snort a little bit. Little 10-year-old
a little bump.
I need a little something.
Well,
then I'm gonna very shakily prepare my ritual to summon my familiar.
Let me mark that down.
I went up to my office to
Okay.
wrap that bottle up with any kind of nicer parchment I had.
Okay.
And then before I left, I was going to tell Vinny to get ready.
Sure. She's up in her room as far as you can tell.
Okay. Just let's get this out of here. Put that back for you. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. You go up and you knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny, do you answer?
The door's actually a little ajar, so
Oh.
as you're knocking, it just kind of.
Yeah, you knock
Well,
on
I
it and
still
it kind
knocked.
of swings
Yeah.
open a little bit,
Yeah.
like an inch as you knock.
I just knock are you getting ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm summoning Sal.
I open the door more. Are you?
I'm rubbing my nose. And,
Are you decent?
I got chalk on the floor.
Are you dressed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cal, make a
open the door.
perception check.
Okay.
Vinny, make a sleight of nostril check, I guess.
Hey, I need this. Okay.
I didn't roll very high.
17 plus.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay, she beat me.
Yeah, she turns around and you see
My passive
23.
is 14. I
Yeah, it's
rolled
gonna be
lower than
23
that.
if this
she
is...
she has her spell components in her hand. You can see that there's a arcane circle on the floor. She looks like she's preparing a ritual.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
See, I'm doing what I said I was doing.
I never. Why would you think I wouldn't believe you?
Well, no, you're always thinking I'm up to something. I am so legit.
Are you not?
I'm trying to summon Sal. Remember he got munched.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna make him
Oh, yeah, the
a
rat.
bird. I think I got an owl. I'll be down soon.
I'm just staring at her.
As I'm like, I keep sniffing and like kind of wiping my nose as I'm like,
you okay? Are you sick?
No. Look, I'll meet you down there. It's fine.
I take a handkerchief out of my pocket and throw it at her. Well, clean your ass up. We gotta go soon.
Fine.
I'm gonna go home. I gotta get dressed. And then
She's not even listening anymore. She's just
whatever.
Starting to chant now.
Oh God.
Creepy backwards.
She's
Celestial.
doing her shitty chanting soul.
I'm in my room changing.
It sounds like
okay,
Portuguese.
Cool. Then if I don't, yeah, it probably does. I don't even doubt it.
Oh, that's great.
God.
Yeah, well, if Soul's not downstairs, I just leave.
Yeah.
Tell our bartender, whose name I've forgotten.
Isabella.
I tell her I'll be right back. To get my nice clothes on. I take a bath.
Ooh.
Fuck a cleansing stone. I take a legit bath, like a quick bath.
Oh yeah, Embrick and Avi definitely have a bath.
Yeah, I mean I take quick. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'll get a tub, like a tin tub, fill it with some hot water out back. I don't give a shit. But, and then I put on my nice clothes.
Ooh, the fancy clothes.
And
I'm not wearing armor.
No.
Because I'm wearing nice clothes.
Are you gonna stash some stuff in your box before heading out?
Like, would they check that? Am I gonna get patted down?
I mean,
have me hold on to it. I could do.
Most definitely if I'm meeting with Mert, right?
Oh yeah.
Well,
you absolutely.
I'm openly wearing my sword. So.
There's nobles there. I feel like
you can't wear a sword, Soul.
If you were just going to like the
thing they just asked me, yeah, I mean weapons. But I'm going to talk to Mert.
You're going to he's gonna be in like a VIP box, so yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure he has his own people to pat me down.
Yeah, you're gonna get patted down by his private security for sure.
Fuck.
If you can, if you're confident that you can kind of sleight of hand that box, now you see me style, then
just fucking throw it through my duster. Through the fucking arm sleeves, like to Soul and shit.
I mean, you guys are all high-dex characters.
We are, but
we roll when it's sleight of hand.
I don't have I don't really have the need at this point. Okay. I'm a good boy. I don't really need to be armed. What about magic items though? Will they ask me what they are? Will they know what they are?
As long as they're non-combative, then it shouldn't be an issue.
Define combative, because my
work.
These are questions that we don't really have the answer to. What about my teeth of the worm? Will they know? It's just cigars.
It's not like they wouldn't. Once they found out why you had them, or that you like what they were, they'd be like, "That's fine," but like, why do you need to bring this stuff to like an opera? You know, I feel like that's.
Know? Like, how would they know? They're just cigars.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, if you don't think that they'll think anything about it and you want to have them, bring them.
I will just bring. Fuck.
Classic fighter having to choose which weapons to take into combat.
Yeah. I can. Fuck, this is hard.
Do I want my maul or my great axe?
I guess I won't bring any of the wonder side. I'll bring my pipe. I guess that pipe's allowed.
Yeah, that's fine.
I won't bring the stilts.
Little trinket stuff like that. That's fine.
I want the stilts. Why do
you can wear them when you wear them when we get home?
I want to make a grand entrance.
That is not a grand entrance.
Vinny,
you look like a fucking circus act.
Vinny, you're not there. He's packing up on his own.
Oh, I'm arguing with. I can just tell exactly. As soon as I put them away, I know exactly what she's gonna say.
Yeah, you can hear her mind or her voice in your mind.
Yeah.
Bring the stilts. You know you want to.
It's the metagaming pigeon.
Did I ever get a response from Mistred?
I thought one of the teeth summoned a.
No.
Okay.
Didn't one of the? Oh, the air elemental. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring the green. I'll bring one of the green teeth with me.
I mean, there's only one of each color.
I'll bring the green teeth.
Yeah.
Tooth. I will bring that in its own little. I'll find a little case for it or something, like a pen case or something fancy.
Someone's an air elemental for a minute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just one. It's less conspicuous like that, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only weapon I'm gonna bring is I'm gonna have my karambit, and I'm gonna strap that to my.
It is a cool ass item.
Okay.
It can't be thrown, so there's.
I'm not wearing armor, and I would have explicitly told Soul to not wear armor because I know he's thinking about it.
I changed into the fancy clothes, but I still have my sword at my waist.
Yeah, that's a good point. Soul, what exactly are you doing?
I'm just changing.
He's just fucking working out in his room.
I just changed and then just kind of sat around and waited.
Okay.
What's my DC without armor? Dex plus just. Oh, I don't have a shield either.
I think it's 10 plus Dex.
Aw, my AC is 14.
I don't know. Take your armor off and find out.
Oh, good point.
It's 10 plus Dex.
Yeah.
Equipment, leather armor. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I might take my shield off. Take my shield. No rapier, no pistols, no crossbow.
Yeah.
No rapier, no some pizza, some chicken. I don't bring the box with me either. I put that in the safe. I put my guns and my shulker box.
Yeah, man.
I put the guns in the shulker box, and then I put them in the safe at Embrook and Avi's house.
Okay.
Shulker box. That's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call it.
I mean, that's what I named it on D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, and my whip. I forgot I had a whip.
Now let me nene. Okay.
Watch me nene. Go ahead and find a door and walk out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there anything else that you guys want to do before heading off to the play with Mert Lincoln?
No. All dolled up again.
I look fucking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handsome little gnome man.
I did my hair. I'm not wearing a hat.
Oh, no hat.
Not wearing his duster.
No,
It's cold
maybe
outside.
have a duster. I got a nicer duster on.
Yeah, to travel
Nice.
you probably would wear a hat though.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a nice bright red shirt.
I'm wearing whatever the fancy outfit that we got originally is.
It's probably just all black.
Probably.
But it's nice. It looks good.
Yeah, around the time that you guys are all meeting up in the bottom floor of Trollskull Manor, and are discussing...
Telling Soul that you can't bring that fucking sword.
Yeah, discussing
I'm still bringing
how
it.
you want to get your cart and stuff like
And
that.
I have an owl like on my shoulder.
You guys see a very nice looking black cart with like
Damn, he called for a fucking limo.
Like ornamental like silver gilding around the doors and windows and things like that. Like a really nice high-end cart and some very beautiful horses drawing it. And a halfling gentleman in a suit hops down from the bench and walks into the tavern. I'm here to pick up Miss Fossey and party.
Oh, yeah, that's us.
Right this way, madam.
Wow.
He opens the door for you and waits for you to head out to the cart.
Fancy.
Sweet.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
I still bring my sword with me.
Oh.
He doesn't say anything.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I figured they're gonna confiscate it at the opera.
Yeah, sure.
As you guys walk out of the tavern and start towards the cart, from the bench hops down a halfling man that looks exactly like the one that just hopped out.
Oh.
And he runs over and he opens the door to the cart and ushers you in, Vinny, and right this way, Miss Fossey. And you hop in, and you guys all crowd into the bench, or into like the back bench, and as the door closes, you notice a third identical halfling that looks exactly like the first two.
Wait. Was this one guy? Were two of them present at the same time, or is this
Yes.
the same dude? Okay.
You guys walked past the first one as the second one hopped off the bench, got into the cart, and a third one is sitting on the bench opposite from you. And
Okay,
he's holding a bottle of wine, and there's like a row of glasses that are hanging upside down on a rack in front of him, kind of attached to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And he offers all of you a drink.
I take a drink.
Even me?
Yes.
Not you. Oh fuck.
No, I take a drink.
I guess it's Mert.
I down it. I'm thirsty. I need.
All right, this is fine wine, kid.
It was apple juice.
Yeah. It's like a nice dessert wine, and it's
Really.
Yeah, it's warm and pleasant in the
Not a lot
cold
of tannin.
blizzard that's going on outside.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys have a nice ride to the Castle Ward, which is, I believe, where I said the theater was. Lightsinger Theater, I believe. And this little halfling man is jovial enough. He makes nice small talk with you guys as you ride up.
It's a nice cat. What kind of leaf springs you guys got on this thing?
Yes. At least one.
Okay.
And yeah, probably like 15-20 minutes later, you guys pull up in front of Lightsinger Theater, which is like this massive Greco-Roman theater with huge pillars and all the stuff you would expect out of something very expensive and in the middle of a large city. And yeah, one of the halflings from the front hops down and comes over and opens up the door, sets down a little stool for you guys to use as a stair to step down.
Yeah, I get out first, and I'm waiting for Vinny to get out.
Yeah, I hop down.
I offer my hand to her.
Oh. Yeah, I'll take the hand.
And then I do the whole lock arm thing.
Yeah.
Vinny, I have locked on your arm.
Okay.
You're not going anywhere.
But what makes you think I was going anywhere? I'm going to the theater.
There's high society folk around, and you're gonna.
I'm
I
high
just don't want you
society.
to. Okay, let's go.
Look, I don't need to resort to petty thievery like in the past. I'm a high roller now. I'm
Okay.
big time.
Yeah.
That stuff's beneath me now.
Yeah.
I'm
And I hand the Carters or whatever. I hand them 5 gold.
Oh, okay.
fancy.
He bows to you and clambers back up to the
Probably makes
to the
that on a
bench
daily
of the
basis.
cart
Yeah.
and
Nothing.
pulls off into the traffic. Traffic isn't too heavy because, like I said, it's like a blizzard out here, and only the crazy and insanely rich are going to like parties and shit like this in the dead of winter. But yeah, you guys, I assume, head up the steps to the front lobby of Lightsinger Theater.
Yep.
I do.
With the
Mm-hmm.
just in a vice-like grip with the cowl, and then with my owl on my shoulder.
Wait, you have an owl on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
He's
what?
an owl. He's kind of blue. But,
When did this happen? Did you like morph your lizard into an owl?
Yeah, I thought it would be cool.
Okay, I just didn't know that. That's fine.
Oh, actually, and I kind of like wave my free hand like up at him and make
I like how
a
I
little
just noticed this.
like glittery like collar. It's not real, but it's a little trinket.
Yay!
Make it look fancy.
Little prestidigitation.
Little, crystals.
Yeah, you guys, you stroll into the lobby of Lightsinger Theater, and once you cross the threshold, it is instantly magically warmed, and it's a little bit warmer than would normally be comfortable, but because it's so cold outside, it's nice.
Yes.
And the lobby is decorated in red and gold velvet and all the sort of fancy things that you would expect. Busts of important people are around, and there's various high society people milling around, talking, waiting for bathrooms, that kind of thing.
Just saying like yes, yes.
And at the far end of the lobby are the huge doors that lead out to the multiple walkways and entryways to the different levels of the actual seating areas. But before those doors, directly to the right, is a solid gold door. And
Jesus
standing
Christ.
in front of that door
That's so heavy.
is yet another exact replica
Does he
of
have
this same
all
gnome.
the same people
Or the
on
same
his
halfling.
fucking staff?
And yeah, he's like this, average for a halfling, but the short halfling man with like a black goatee, and his hair is parted nice and is combed to the side, and he's like, I wish he was wearing a monocle because that would be better, but it's just normal glasses. And
Anyway.
yeah, he's standing there like a limousine driver, basically holding a sign that says Fosse on it.
Wow.
I think that's us.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And
You're sure?
Positive.
as you guys approach, the sign vanishes, and he smiles at you and opens the door for you, and it leads to a staircase that goes up probably like 5 or 6 steps and then curves out of sight. And as you guys begin to ascend this staircase, you realize that it's a spiral staircase that's taking you like straight up, essentially. So you guys will basically, once you're at the top, be like in a booth that's like set into the back wall of the theater that like looks out over everything. And yeah, you guys climb all the way to the top and reach a landing, and in front of that, or at the very end of that landing, probably like 10-15 feet down, there is another door. This one's not solid gold, that's set into a glass wall, so you can see beyond, and there's some seats in there, and you can see there's a small group of people in there, but on either side of that door, flanking it, are 2 dwarves in very ornate armor, with red capes and different gold embroidery and things like that. And as you guys approach, they both step forward, and what was just a doorway that they were standing on either side of now just materializes the rest of a solid glass wall. And one of them steps a step further than the other, looks at Soul and says, "No weapons. We'll hold on to them while you're in the box, but..."
I detach it and hold it out.
The second one grows in its place.
A sword appears on either hip. He takes your sword and goes over to the wall next to where he was standing. He was standing to the left of the door. He goes over to that wall and rests his palm on it, and part of the wall slides down, and he sticks the sword inside of there. Then the wall goes back up, and it's completely flush and looks like nothing had ever happened. Then the second one comes over and pulls out what looks like basically just a thin, like, silver rod. And starts waving it over you, Cal, first, and then Vinny. And around the time that he gets close to Vinny's crotch area, the rod begins to vibrate and
shit! It's a fucking
like
magic detector,
like a hum, and he just sort of looks at Vinny expectantly.
What?
Fuck! It's a fucking magic detector.
I just I curtsy. Can I go now?
No weapons allowed on the premises.
I elbow her.
Okay, fine, and I'll just very not ladylike, just lift up my skirt, and I got bloomer things on. They're like baggy underwear, and I unstrap my little karambit and.
Oh, I thought she had her drugs on her.
I do, but they don't.
Where on your body do you have those stuff?
I thought you strapped them to your leg.
Yeah.
Do we see the drugs hanging off your leg?
On my other leg.
So I see them?
Yeah, you...
No, you don't. You totally...
you just said you...
Make a sleight of hand check to see if you can keep the drugs covered with the other half of your skirt.
That's 15, I believe.
I have a passive of
Sleight
14.
of hand, 15. Fuck you, see.
Yeah, I guess Cal rolled perception as well.
Please. No. She's fine. Man, I can't roll perception to save my life.
As you hand him the knife, he takes it, and when you go to, drop your skirt again, he grabs your hand so that you can, and he takes the rod, and it looks like he's about to, it looks like he smacks Vinny on the inside of her thigh, basically, with the rod. And as you're about to protest...
He's getting in there.
Yeah, as you're about to protest, because this guy's, being a pervert, you hear, a small thud and look down, and there's a small bag of, pearlescent white powder laying on the ground with, some tape kind of curling off of it.
Did he notice it?
Yeah, he just knocked it off of her leg.
Oh,
and
he
just
did
kind of
that on
looking
purpose.
at her. Yeah.
I bend down and pick it up. I bend down and pick it up.
No, I tried to grab it from him.
No.
I take it from Soul and hold it above my head.
Come on.
From Cal. I hold it out to the door.
Fancy types have a little bit of snuff while they're enjoying a show.
Yeah, the second dwarf comes over, and he's kind of laughing at this point, and he takes it, and along with the knife, and puts them both in the wall, along with Soul's sword.
Come on, that's not a weapon. That's really good stuff.
Vinny, you feel your arm start to hurt. And if you were to look over at me, I am staring directly into your soul.
I like how she's like, yeah, I'm gonna stash this sealed bag of drugs on my leg, and then here's a bright idea. I'm gonna
put the knife next to it.
Put a blade right next to it. Oh man.
I'm staring through you right now.
Yeah, the two dwarves both kind of shaking their head, get back into position on either side of the wall, and the middle section vanishes, and again there's a doorway there.
You should have let me wear the stilts.
I just
It would have
just
been a
turned.
lot better.
I
Just throw a sigh
apologize.
behind you.
Yes, I'm apologizing.
Durnan walks out of.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the eternal sigh. Yeah, I'm just pouting now.
All right, are you guys gonna
you're
walk
pouting.
into the private booth?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't search me.
He waved his wand over you, and do
Nothing.
you have any weapons on you?
No, I don't.
Okay, then yeah, you're fine. So yeah, are you guys going in then?
Yes.
All right, you guys walk into the VIP booth, and whereas before you thought it might be kind of hard to see things because even though you're in the VIP booth, you're like at the back of the theater compared to where the stage is. But the glass wall that makes up the window at the front of the booth, it's like a magnifying glass, and you can see the stage perfectly fine. And also you can hear what's going on the stage with perfect clarity as well. Right now it's just you can like hear stagehands talking behind the curtain and things like that. The show hasn't started yet.
Great.
And you walk in and you realize what at first you thought was a group of people sort of talking and milling about, you realize is actually two people and their security. Inside the room, talking quietly to themselves, is who you guys recognize from descriptions as Mert, moneylender. And
Wow.
he's
He looks
in
great.
a fancier getup than that, and he doesn't have a sword on him.
The old wolf.
Yes. And sitting next to him in way fancier clothes than you guys have ever seen and way cleaner than you guys have ever seen is Three Strings.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Saw this.
Oh no.
What do you mean? Your boyfriend's here.
No. I've been avoiding him. I
A
just
crooked smile forms on my face ever so slightly.
I duck behind Cal and just like, oh, he can't see me like this.
But you look so pretty.
Not as a child.
You guys.
I'm looking at Three Strings now with a huge grin on my face.
You guys walk into the room, and when you do, both Mert and Three Strings stand up, and Three Strings smiles pleasantly at all of you, and Mert's face splits into a huge grin. He's like, it's nice to see all of you. I'm glad you could make it. And he comes over and he claps you guys on the back and like gives you a hug. He's like way too friendly for someone that you have never met before.
And I'm still trying to like hide.
Thank you for having us. It's wonderful.
Yeah. He reaches behind you, Cal, and grabs Vinny by the shoulder and kind of pulls her around into a big hug. And turns to Three Strings. He says, Marty, get over here. And oh god, now he sounds like Rick and Morty.
Marty, hey, Marty!
Morty, get over here, Morty.
Morty.
I'm a pickle.
Morty. Morty, I shit my pants, Morty.
And he calls Three Strings over. And Three Strings comes over and he shakes you guys' hands. And Vinny, he gets to you. And he smiles at you and very politely takes your hand and kisses it and says this nice
I
to
laugh.
see you
Yeah. Okay.
again. Yeah, and Mert invites you all to sit down and basically says that he doesn't want to do business until after the show.
Yeah, I gave him, as soon as he hugged me, I gave him the bottle. I was like, I know it's not super fancy.
He was very pleased with that. And,
okay.
and thanked you and handed it to one of his bodyguards. And
yeah, even if he
bodyguard
fucking
walked
throws
out
it
of the
away.
room and,
Yeah. Even if it gets thrown in the trash, I don't care.
Yeah, and as you, like, look around at these bodyguards, like, you guys have dealt with, like, some rough and tumble people, some, like, hardcore gangsters so far.
These are some motherfuckers.
Yeah, these guys look like war veterans compared to the hardened criminals that you guys have been up against.
Yeah.
So
I
normal
don't
people.
think any of them don't have scars. They're all very built, and the nice clothes that they're wearing barely conceal the bulk
Out of
underneath.
weapons.
Yeah.
And give them each a nod.
Yeah.
None of them acknowledge you except for one large half-orc woman who's sort of standing back towards one of the doors that leads off to the left.
Is it Yagra?
She nods back at you. It's not Yagra.
That'd have been tight.
It's another half-orc woman.
Yeah. I know they don't all look the same.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
But yeah, Mert says that he'd rather watch the show before getting down to any business.
Yeah, of course.
And it is the show's a reenactment of like a group of adventurers who had taken down the dragon cult, which was a group of people that were trying to basically raise Tiamat like a decade or so before these events. And this is the story of like a group of heroes who took down that cult and prevented Tiamat from being risen. And
good old
Tiamat. I mean, it's an opera. I
thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah. I imagine Vinny's bored out of her mind the entire time.
I've just been staring at like Maddie and just trying. Why is he here? How do they know each other? What's happening?
Yeah, it's fine. He's probably part of some secret organization for being good or some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, certain things are kind of going through her head.
We're literally all have secrets. Like,
it's the
that was just a surprise.
Basically.
Yeah, nobody is what they
and
seem.
I've been trying to avoid him as a child because it's embarrassing, but it's out there now.
Yeah, too bad now.
Pretty funny.
So yeah, the opera winds down to a close a few hours later. You've had a few opportunities to chat on like intermissions and things like that, but for the most part, everyone's been pretty focused on the show. But now the show has wound down, the actual opera is over. There's a performer that came up afterwards, and he's like playing music. But most everybody is left. This is just for like it's basically functioning as a very expensive lounge at this point. And Mert pulls out a cigar and has drinks brought out for everybody.
Strike up my pipe.
And I couldn't bring my drugs in.
It's a cigar, kid, not a legal substance.
Yeah,
did you say that?
No.
Did you say that? He could do whatever the fuck he wants. He could bring in a slave child and snort cocaine off of it. I don't give a shit.
Anyways. Yeah. So, Mert leans back and looks at you, Vinny. And says, "This is quite the predicament you got yourself in." Oh, I can't do this voice forever.
Oh, man, I was so excited for it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, So, you have something that can help me?
There's
Sling blade.
something similar that... Where is this going? There's something similar that I
Sling
use.
blade.
Like taters.
Oh
Some folks call it a Kaiser blade. Me, I call it a sling blade.
Yeah.
It's a very obscure reference.
Yeah. I mean, that's a popular movie.
Yeah,
Is it?
that. I love that movie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was a cult classic, I'd say.
It's a good movie.
Oh, okay.
Anyways. Oh, God. I tried to do it and immediately died.
Oh.
Don't. If it's gonna hurt your throat, don't do it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, if it's gonna be painful, don't do the voice. It's not how you voice act.
Yeah.
You wanna
Anyways.
yourself.
Yeah, there's something similar that I use somewhat frequently. It's not cheap, though. And it's going to require payment.
I'll pay whatever it takes.
This isn't the kind of payment that is involved with gold, is it?
I have no need for material wealth any longer.
That's what I thought.
People in my position tend to deal in favors.
Yeah, whatever you need.
And with that, he reaches into his cloak and pulls out a small vial full of a dark brown liquid.
Oh, drink this.
Sets it down on the table in front of him and says, this will do what you want it to. And if you drink it, then there's going to come a time where I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I'm going to need you to do it without asking any questions.
Oh God! It's the
anything,
grant. It's the
anything.
no.
If you can agree to that stipulation, then you can drink this and leave without any
There'll be a
issue.
time when the Corleone family calls upon you for a favor.
Oh, this is a Godfather.
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta.
I look at Maddie, just kind of stare at him for me, like, yeah, I do anything.
I put my hand on your shoulder and just look at you and be like, are you I put my head down, look you in the eye, and I just you need to be sure about this think about what's going on here. I'm leaving this up to you, kid, but this literally could be anything.
Oh, come on. I mean,
is this your 10 years? Listen, you're
them.
10 years of age.
I'm 17. That's the problem.
Okay.
I'm an adult.
I know.
I don't look like one.
But is you waiting another 10 years to get back to that point worth
I don't.
the infinite amount of possibilities that someone of Mert's gracious stature would need? The amount, it's hard to comprehend, and I don't even know if Mert knows what he'd have you do. And that's you need to think this through.
Mert's politely sitting back and pretending not to hear what you guys are talking about.
I know. This is some big shit.
Yeah, I look to Cal too, and I just kind of nod and smile. And I'm like, I don't know if I have 10 years. And I grab the vial.
Okay, I give her a hug while I have the chance when she's little still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maddie smiles at you reassuringly.
How fast will this work?
I'm already tipping it into my mouth as you're asking that.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I don't care.
You say that, and Mert looks at Vinny. Vinny, roll a d10.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Is this gonna age her? I hope this ages you the amount of years you hope it does.
Here we go.
Come on, 10.
Ooh.
Yay!
Okay.
I hope that's what that means.
I hope so too.
I mean, you age 100 years.
Yeah. Yeah, you... oh boy, this is gonna be great.
I
your
take my
small 10-year-old clothes stay the same as
I
you
forgot. I didn't think about this.
age 10
I
years in front of everybody.
Oh, so I'm 20.
Yeah, you slowly grow and grow, and things start to get very painful,
Yeah.
and then you hear some rips and some pops, and well, now everybody has seen Vinny's titties.
No, I specifically turned away from her because I knew this was gonna happen.
Because,
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, she's sitting
I
there.
just have my head in my hand.
Yeah, with her like dress, basically like just below her chest and like at mid thigh.
I mean, Three Strings has already seen her naked. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
Mert is Mert.
Mert-
I mean,
I'm not
Mert
that
is
wild.
now laughing his ass off.
yeah.
He's in between like laughing fits. He gets out that he was gonna tell you to wait until you get home.
Yeah, this is a totally Vinny thing to do. Not think too hard about the consequences.
Could you procure her something to wear,
I'm
please?
sure there's a cloak or something.
He
Coat.
like as he's doubled over, still in laughter. He snaps his fingers, and one of his bodyguards comes over. An elvish person. You can't tell their gender just by looking at them.
Elves.
Yeah, and an elf comes over. Looks like they're a high elf. Can't elf. You can't tell how old they are or anything really just by looking at them.
Yeah, elf.
An elf walks over.
Yeah.
And he takes out a piece of string from one of his pockets and begins to mutter an incantation. And as he does so, the string jumps from his hands and snakes through the air towards Vinny. But only like the front end of it snakes, the tail end stays in one spot in midair, and the string just kind of grows and it wraps itself around Lavinia. And once it's wrapped from probably about her shoulders to around her knees, and it's not like constricting her like a rope, it's hovering in the air around her and spiraling down over her. The string suddenly turns to a green light that shrinks down onto Lavinia's form and flashes for a moment, and when it's done, the dress that she had been wearing now appears to have been mended and grown in proportion to fit her, and now the same nice dress that she had previously that was torn apart by her freakish Hulk out moment is now looking nice and new and beautiful again and appropriately sized. And as this finishes, Mert's like wiping the tears from his eyes, and he has himself back under control now, but that just really seemed to tickle him.
Like once everything dies down, I look back at her.
Yeah. Now she looks back to her normal self. Her face does look a little bit thinner and more defined than when you first met her. Seems like some of her girlish pudginess is somewhat gone now. She does definitely look like she is just a tiny bit older than she had been before the whole wild magic incident that de-aged her. But not by very much.
Man. Now it's not fun anymore.
I'm always fun.
Her voice is like deeper now too, probably.
Not by much.
Hey,
yeah.
what's up, man?
What's up, bitch?
Yeah. Oh shit! She sounds like Big Smoke. Oh.
Need a number 9.
Two number 9s, a number 9 large.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Just.
What's up, kid?
I started giving Three Strings some eyes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I smack her upside the head.
Yeah, now that it's like been so long, Three Strings looks particularly uncomfortable in the clothes that he's wearing.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like he would rather be in something a little bit less stuffy and formal.
God. You're coming home tonight, kid.
Well, no, this isn't like something that just happened. It's something that for the past hour or so.
He's been sitting in uncomfortable fucking clothing.
Yeah. So yeah, you're an adult. Mert is looking at you.
Yeah.
Without really much to say. I mean, transaction's done. You can hear some nice soft jazz coming from the stage.
Oh, hell yeah.
I give him, like, because I didn't really hug him that good at the time when he was hugging people because I was too shocked at Maddie being there. But yeah, I give him a big old hug and I'm just all smiles.
You know.
That's romantic.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And then
Maddie hugs you enthusiastically.
Yeah.
Well, at least you can drink again, kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I could drink before. It's hard
No.
to get people to allow me to.
Yeah, once you say that, Mert pours you another drink and pushes it across from you. Like, things have definitely chilled out in here. There's like a couple of guards playing dominoes over in the corner.
Yeah, what? I'm just gulping liquor.
Like a shot of something.
Like, this shit's good.
I want a
There's
shot.
There's a bar down in the lobby.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't.
You guys
get
want a
drunk.
drink? No?
No.
No?
I should actually enjoy.
This is like the one time we're supposed to.
I've had a little bit to drink.
What? What do you mean you don't want to get
enough.
drunk?
No, not tonight. I want to actually remember things. Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow I will.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'm gonna go get fucking wasted.
Yeah.
Would anyone like a drink?
Three Strings stands up like immediately and with two little hesitation, and is on board to go down to the to a bar with you.
Like, we're about to have a party lobby, like our lobby party downstairs before we come back.
Like, he's happy for any excuse to get out of this stuffy formality stuff.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could come by after. You can come home with me, Maddie. I haven't seen you. I've been avoiding you, and I'm sorry.
His cheeks turn kind of red, and he smiles and nods, and grabs your hand.
Oh.
Is Mert not coming with us?
He hasn't stood up.
Oh, would you like would you like a drink, Mert? Something from the bar?
He holds his hand up and nods down to the drink that he has.
Ah.
No, I think I'm gonna be good here. You kids have fun, and I'll be in touch.
Yeah.
Alrighty, sir. Don't be a
I
stranger.
nod to the guards as I walk out.
Yeah. I say don't be a stranger, and I wink at him.
His eyebrows shoot up in a way that, like, I've only ever seen Papas do. And he takes a sip of his drink.
However he took that, I don't care.
And yeah, you guys head out, and the two dwarves that were out there at the beginning are no longer there. But one of the guards from inside walks out with you, and they retrieve your stuff for you, except for the spice.
My spice.
I would have taken it if he had if he had tried to give it back to her.
What do you mean?
They hand back your karambit and give Soul the sword back.
Yeah, that was my fancy gift. That it was my commission, my fancy thing. I was trying to be fancy, but they're like, no, it's a sharp object. Okay.
No, it's just a knife. It's not a weapon, it's a knife.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's ceremonial.
I use it for my gardening.
Yeah, it's a ceremonial knife.
I chop up
It's ornate.
bugs to feed my owl. Yeah.
I mean, I made it. It's a nice knife.
Yeah, you did make it. It means something to Vinny.
Uh-huh.
So are you guys going down to the bar at Lightsinger Theater, or are you going to head back to Trollskull Manor?
Wherever Wherever Three Strings would like to go.
I know where Vinny wants him.
I'm sure he would want to go back. Actually, now that I think about it, he probably wants to go back to the
He
thing.
says that he wants to go back to the manor. He's
okay.
done being in the fancy part of
you
town.
can get us something more comfortable.
You got your loot with you?
We could, if we stopped back by. If we stopped back by, what's it called? The Yawning Portal. I could get it out of my room.
Only if you want. I'm not trying to put you out. Of course.
I think I'd rather just relax tonight, to be honest.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Have some drinks.
I didn't know if you needed it, or just,
He steps out and calls a cart over to take you guys back to Troll Skull Manor. And yeah, it takes, again, probably like 15-20 minutes to cart over. Well, more like 20-25. It seemed like Mert's cart was a little bit faster than anybody else's.
Yeah.
And you guys pull up expecting to see the manor look
on fire,
somewhat quiet, like business should be winding down.
Yeah, it's probably late.
But you guys pull up and there is a small crowd of people outside of the door, and
what the fuck?
The front door is open. You can see light spilling out and hear people talking from inside. And you guys can just barely make out what looks like two detectives talking to Isabella and Ron.
Shit. Fuck.
I hope nothing happened. Man, it's supposed to be so.
I walked through the crowd.
No, wait, no. We haven't gotten out the cart yet. I was just gonna tell it to fucking pull her onto my place.
So you guys are getting out at the manor then?
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any of my guns on me, so we're good.
Yeah, now that you guys hop out into the street and are somewhat more accustomed to the light out here, you can see that the group of people out front are a small number of them are the neighbors, but most of them are City Watch members taking statements and just kind of milling around. And are you guys gonna push through into the actual manor?
Yes, we fucking live here.
I wanna know
The guards initially try to stop you, but when you tell them that you're the owners of the establishment, they let you
my
through.
business.
Yeah, and when you walk in and Isabella sees you, she looks angry but relieved that you guys are here.
Oh.
And
what's going on? What's going on here?
As you're walking forward, about to say that, you see exactly what's going on as two what would they be called? I guess healers, two like clergy people in robes. That they're wearing official robes of healers that work like with the City Watch. They come down the stairs with a stretcher, and on that stretcher, looking completely white and lifeless and with a nasty gash across her throat, is Istrid.
I sent her a message earlier and she never responded.
I rubbed my forehead. They don't, like, people are just looking in here?
They're like, there's a couple of the neighbors, like you notice, like you recognized Fallah's out there, Vincent Trench, and it looks like a few of like the beat cops are taking statements from them. That's what like the throng of people outside was.
Okay, I closed the door.
Yeah, inside there are a few patrons that are also being questioned. That it looks like they were just here when she was found.
Is she dead?
Yeah,
Yes,
she's
dead.
being carried out to one of the city watch carts right now.
And she just is there?
Yeah.
Like just
They're
cover
carrying
her up.
I mean, they didn't.
No.
They didn't?
They did.
No.
I mean, they
They're
like
carrying
they
you down
walked
the
past you. They're already out. They've already like loaded her up into the cart to take her off.
Well, who's the main guy here?
It looks like there's two actual detectives talking to Isabella and Ron over behind the counter.
I walk over to them.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I'm walking over too.
they turn to meet you as you walk over to them, and you hear Isabella explaining that you guys are the actual owners of the of the manor. The taller of the two gentlemen looks at you, Cal. Looks down at his notebook and says, "Are you Mr. Barrett?"
I am.
Do you mind, telling me where you were tonight?
I was at a play. What's the name of the warehouse or place we were at?
Lightsinger Theater.
Lightsinger.
We went to Lightsinger Theater where we were invited by a friend of ours. First, before we get into the whole nitty gritty, can you please tell me why this? Okay, you guys just found a person that obviously we knew where it was here, dead in my establishment. And just carried her out the front door without covering her up. Can you fucking explain what's going on? Why the fuck you're just doing that, sir?
We were transporting her to one of the local temples
Okay.
to have her body blessed before taking her on to the city of the dead.
Okay. Well, could you at least have covered her up? I run a business here.
I understand your frustration.
Yeah, have some respect for the dead.
Regardless of the business, she is a person.
Yeah. She is also a known and wanted criminal.
But a person nonetheless.
Associated
know
with the
that.
black market. Or the black network.
I don't care. That we haven't gotten to that yet. She's a person.
I understand.
Nonetheless.
I understand your frustration, but I don't know what you want me to do about it now.
Well, get on with it then. Ask me the questions you're gonna ask me.
Yeah, and he runs through just like the basic questions. He's trying to get a grip on who you guys were or who you guys are, where you were, and
we tell them.
like, what you're
Yeah.
associated
Whoa,
with.
whoa, wait. Whoa now, Cal. Hold
I
your
tell them.
horses. Don't tell them everything. Vinny's
What is
kind
there
of
to hide?
rummaging in her She did have her components on her. Were those considered weapons? I don't
No,
think-
she could have had those on her.
So yeah, she has like a little, probably something in it. She still has a coat.
Yeah.
So she's rummaging in a pocket, kind of feeling around, and starts
She doesn't have.
rubbing
You don't
on
have your
this-
drugs on you anymore.
No, she's rubbing on her little twist of wire, and looks at Cal. And is like, we don't know her. Okay, and it's
Comply with this message.
It's message. So to you.
So I can reply to.
Yeah, it's like we're
telepathically?
whispering, but no one can hear it but us.
How in the fuck are we gonna be able to pull that off as a lie, dumbass? She fucking was living here. Of course we know who she was.
Okay, unless someone stops her, she casts it again. It's like, we don't know what she was doing.
We don't.
We're not responsible for yeah.
We know. I'm gonna tell them that we know the organization she was with, and I'm gonna tell them the truth because we don't know who, or we don't know what she was affiliated with, what the crime she has done, because I don't know. I'm not supposed to just know every fucking person that's ever had a crime. She asked us for a place to stay, and we gave it to her. And that's all we're telling him.
I just kind of just very slightly shrug and leave it at that.
The two detectives write down everything you have to tell them. And when they get finished, they close up their notebooks and put them away. It says, well,
how do you know how she was killed?
I mean, it's pretty obvious how she died. I'm not sure exactly how she was killed, but she was not the only prominent member of the Zentrum that was hit tonight. If you have any other Black Network friends,
We don't.
I suggest you keep an eye out for them. And with that, he and his partner kind of moodily shuffle out. It seems like just you guys being like potentially in connection with Istrid is enough to make them not trust you.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I love the police, but when they pull some bullshit, I'm gonna tell them.
Pigs. Man, I should have checked on her today. I wonder if she was already dead.
Oh, I should have asked for a time of death. Or if we had a...
Yeah, I'm not good at judging based on... Oh, man.
Yep. In a short flurry of activity, the police finish up what investigation they were doing there, and head out. Looks like they've already gathered the evidence that they needed to from her room and cleaned up the mess.
I go over to Isabella.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Ron went to take Istrid some dinner because she hadn't called for it like she normally does.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to knock on the door. It was standing slightly open, and so he stuck his head in to check on her, and that's when he saw the blood dripping from her sheets. Looks like her throat was slashed while she was in bed.
Where's Ron?
He's standing kind of sheepishly behind Isabella.
Are you okay, dude?
He gives like a half-hearted smile and kind of nods.
Yeah, I look at him like, has my friend Anna been around?
He shakes his head no.
I look at Isabella. I was like, was there any... do you have any idea like who could have done this? Was there anyone, rival guilds, whatever, came in today, yesterday?
She looks at you and says, whoever killed her did not get past me.
Okay.
They got in a different way. I don't know who did it, because if I had seen them, I would know who they were.
I'm gonna go up and check if someone went through the turret.
Yeah.
If there's evidence of that.
Both the trapdoor and your bedroom door are still locked.
Okay. Alright, then I'll go back in.
Yeah.
And let them know.
Her and Isabella are in the same guild, right? Do I know that info?
Maybe. I don't think Cal knows. No.
Yeah, Cal
Fair.
doesn't know.
As
You
far
might
as he
have
knows,
suspicions.
Isabella is just another hire that Vinny found.
Yeah, Vinny.
Oh, I didn't glean that from when she's would tell Vinny like, oh, blah blah blah.
If you want to make that assumption, then that's well within your right. I'm just saying, like, you've never gotten like concrete proof.
Yeah, I don't have proof. I
but-
have just a snippet.
Yeah,
of-
if you're suspicious, then you're suspicious.
Okay. Vinny?
I was with you.
No, I'm not.
Vinny, how could you?
I went and used a knife.
Okay. That's not what I'm asking here, kid. Do you have any idea who would have done this?
No,
I know she was probably hunted, or well, she was hunted.
we
That's
knew
why
she
she came
was.
here. Do you know who she was hunted by?
I mean, who do you think?
A rival faction, a rival gang.
I'm asking you.
Come on, Cal. I think you can connect the dots here. She was a member of the Zents.
Uh-huh. So this is Tarm did it?
I mean,
Or-
I'm not sure because,
What?
Quote comes
Was
back
that
to you.
rhetorical? I didn't know that was rhetorical.
That's what he said right before he left.
look, she was hunted by all kinds of people. This is a public building,
Is
there's a lot
Three
of
Strings
people.
still here?
Yeah, he's still with you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
It's a total buzzkill.
yeah.
I know.
was
Like,
like, well-
I wanted to celebrate and
I know. I
It's
ruined
always
everything
tomorrow.
for you.
I'm like, well, if you'd like Three Strings, you guys can go back to the yawning portal.
wait, whoa, Cal.
What?
I think I can handle Maddie. Thank you.
No, I mean like, if he wants to go home and you want to go with him, I'm going to stop you guys.
Are you my dad? What is this? Are you giving
No.
us permission?
I'm
To-
telling you that you can leave because I'm your fucking your
boss.
also.
You're not my boss. We're like co-owners. There's no
Mhm.
like. I
Uh-huh.
think you're letting this power get to your head a little bit. Maybe you're overcompensating for something.
He's upset you're now taller than him.
I'm staring at
I'm
her.
taller than him now, so.
How much of the business end have you taken care of, Vinny?
I've given you employees.
Uh-huh.
I've helped, push you towards actually making money. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have won this deed in the first place. So
Uh-huh.
I think
Just
I have,
okay. Well,
more
that's
of a
fine.
share than you two.
Then you can start doing the paperwork then.
No, that's you like to do it. We're all doing what we want to do.
Uh-huh.
Soul is
Doing nothing.
he lives here. He keeps the rats from getting too bad in the attic.
Saul pulls his weight.
He
Occasionally.
helps us
Look,
kill things. It's
Regardless, I wasn't telling you can leave. I was just saying you guys could. And no one would get mad at you for doing so. Because I don't want your guys' night to be ruined, because I'm a nice person.
fine. Yeah. Okay, Cal.
I'm
I
gonna
like
give Jeremy an
Captain.
anxiety attack with this game.
I like pat him on the head. Okay.
I go up to my room.
Yeah. I think I would, but I will end up taking his advice and his blessing, I guess, and
It's not. Oh my
grab
God.
like let's take like Maddie's hand. Like, yeah, maybe
I don't
we should go
fucking
back.
care.
Let's go back to the yawning portal.
It was a suggestion. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
All right. So
Fucking form.
Vinny and Maddie are gonna go back to the yawning portal.
Yes.
All right. Cal and Soul, what are you guys doing?
I'll sit in the bar area and watch until everyone leaves.
Okay. Cal?
Um, I would have told my staff that they're not to discuss this with anyone.
Yep.
I don't think that's a problem for Ron, but
No. Oh,
Yeah.
there will probably be people from the broadsheets by in the morning for trying to get a story out of it. But
well, there ain't gonna get one
yeah.
from us at least.
Okay. Anything else?
What time is it?
Probably around 11 o'clock.
I go to
11:30.
bed or
Okay.
sleep. Well, I go up. Shit. I go and look in her room.
What?
The room that she was killed in.
Esther's room? Okay.
God, Vinny, calm down.
Um,
I already know I'm gonna fucking find some shit that's gonna set me off if I go in there.
yeah, you go into
It's a given.
Istrid's room, and it looks very clean. Again, the police cleaned it before they left, so the blood is gone. The sheets are nice and clean and whatnot.
What's our walls made out of? Wood?
Yeah.
I tap the walls everywhere. Just along the walls. Maybe Istrid hid some shit. And the floorboards. Anything loose.
Make a perception check.
Oh God. Every single one of these has been terrible. Oh, great. I've not rolled a good perception check ever. Perception. What is that? Perception. That's 12.
Okay. You notice underneath the nightstand next to her bed seems to be like some sort, like you see like a white mark on the floor that at first looks like writing, and you get a closer look, and it is let's see, color white, apply.
It's just a drawing of a penis.
You see what looks like the corner of or like a piece of a circle, maybe like this. And then there's like, I won't actually draw it out. There's like a glyph right here that looks like some kind of magical rune, and then like half of one that's been cut off. And it looks like it was like a chalk circle that had been drawn on the ground that has since been erased, but it wasn't fully erased. There's still something there.
I'm on the third story, huh? Soul, are you downstairs, Soul?
Yeah, I'm in the fire area.
I will go and find Soul.
Okay. Yeah, Soul should be down here somewhere. And yeah, Istrid's room is on the
Second floor.
Yeah, on the second floor. She's in room 5 right here.
Okay. Yeah, I go get Soul and bring him upstairs. Tell him I found something. Some bullshit.
Do I recognize any of the runes?
I draw a note of the on my sketch pad or my notebook.
Okay.
To the best of my ability.
Yeah, make a performance check.
Oh, great. Oh, that's a 0.
You copy it down as best as you can.
Yep.
Soul.
Come on.
Looking at it. It appears to be written in the form of ancient common that's used commonly in like magical incantations and stuff like that. Like when people do incantations in common, it's in an older dialect, and this looks like the written form of that.
Right.
Cal, you would recognize it as that as well, because you guys have seen magic before. Usually, it's only fancy people that do it in other languages, like Vinny, for instance. She has some weird shit going on.
So it's a fucking garbage can language, is what I only assume she has.
Heathen lingo.
Yeah.
This is on the floor, right?
Yes,
push.
it's on the floor under the nightstand.
And there's no loose floorboards around it?
Yeah, does it...
No.
Anything around it give or anything?
Nope.
I hope this isn't like a fucking trap that she set for her, like for someone.
If it was like some sort of magic circle or something like that, it would be broken. Any magical effect that it has is gone. It's just someone didn't clean up well enough.
Great. I just spilled Perrier all over myself, so that's cool.
That's unfortunate.
That's okay. It's just sparkling water. It's not like a stain.
Is there anything on the balcony of the room?
She has a balcony, huh?
Yeah. Not except for furniture. There's a few cigarette butts in the ashtray out there. It looks like she's a smoker.
Is there anywhere that she could hide something there?
No, not really.
Is there any...
Not even in one, like, the holes for the...
There's no warm smoke, right?
No.
Or warm ashes? No?
No.
Okay, I go back into the thing and examine the... I basically touched the floorboard that the rune is on, and nothing happens.
Nope. It's just wood.
Okay.
What furniture does she have in her room?
The bed, the nightstand, there's a dresser, and on top of that dresser is a mirror and a hairbrush. It looks like went unused.
Well, she was bald.
Yeah. And then a chair in the corner that she could pull up next to the fireplace if she wanted to. But it's still over in the corner where it normally is.
They took all of her personal effects?
As far as you can tell.
Fuck.
Is there anything odd with the mirror?
No, it's the same mirror that you guys had put in here when you were refurnishing the place.
Is there anything under the dressers or anything?
Nope. The only thing that you saw when you were searching the room was that little chalk marking under the nightstand.
I showed Nicole my sketch.
How bad is it?
It
It looks like what you drew on the...
Yeah.
Scribbles.
It's vaguely semicircular.
I'm a fucking
No.
engineer.
It is
You're a little drunk.
True.
Yeah, it looks mostly fine, but you can see that his hand may not have been completely steady when he was drawing the glyph, and it's kind of messed up.
It's like mentally.
Does the fireplace go through the room? Like you can look through it and see the other side?
Yeah, actually you can.
Are there any loose bricks or anything?
No. Looks
Is the
fine.
fire ignited?
Probably should ask that first.
Yeah, actually it is.
I crawled through the burning fire.
The room on the other side is where Ron stays.
Yeah.
So he has the fire going on to heat up his room.
Yeah.
And yeah, the
Does it
fire
look
is currently going.
So if they threw papers or anything, then they wouldn't be able to tell.
Probably not. You don't see any suspicious looking ashes or anything like that.
Really good assassin.
But Soul, I will say that you're able to correct the mistakes in Cal's drawing. So you guys have an accurate recreation of that.
He draws it on my notebook. I look at it, I was like, this fucking sucks.
No, yeah, Cal, in your mind, you did it perfectly the first time.
Yeah,
you don't know
that's
what the
fucking
fuck
great.
he's on about.
I run back. I say, wait here real quick. I run back downstairs and find or is Ron in his room?
Yeah. You know bed.
So can I wave at him through the fireplace?
You guys sent like all the customers home when the police left.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's up in his room.
I also sent Isabella home as well.
Yeah, she took off.
Okay, cool. I knock on Ron's door then.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he answers.
Yeah. A moment later, he opens up the door. He's just in his underwear, looking very confused as to why he's being bothered. But yeah.
Doesn't
normally Ron. Get visitors.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man?
He smiles and like steps back and gestures toward the table at the opposite end of his room. Like,
oh. Okay.
You want to come in?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Did I sit down?
Yeah, he offers you a mug of warm milk, and sits down across from you.
Soul. I'm assuming you can hear me through the fire.
You hear him calling from the other room.
I was like, do you mind if Soul comes in here?
He shrugs. That's fine.
Okay, right. Soul, come on in here. Ron, did they search your room?
He nods his head yes.
Fuck. I was like, do you mind if we search it real quick and then we'll let you go to bed?
He shrugs. Sure.
Okay. I do the same thing I did in the other room, looking, just trying to find anything. I tap the walls between the two.
Check the fireplace again.
Again, you don't
check this side.
You don't find anything like hidden in the walls, except you do see kind of hidden behind the chest that Ron keeps at the foot of his bed. It looks like he might be trying to hide like a small hole at the base of the wall.
Oh. Like Ron did that?
There's a hole down there that you can see, but it looks like he's kind of intentionally been keeping his stuff in front of it, so it's not easily noticeable.
I see. I like. I just like walk over to it. I was like, is there anything we should know about Ron?
He immediately starts to get kind of like an ashamed look on his face.
Like, it's okay. I'm not gonna get mad at you.
And he comes over to the foot of his bed and he pulls away the like chest there, and you can see at now that you can see a little better, you can see that hole looks like it might be like a mouse hole. And you can also see that there are some crumbs, looks like breadcrumbs and maybe some cheese, like little bits of cheese, like around the hole. And he looks like Ron's looking really sheepishly, and he goes over to his dresser, and he pulls out a pad of paper and a pen, and he just writes, "They're really cute," and hands it to you.
Are they? I'll look in the mouse hole.
Somewhat, actually, extremely strangely for like mice in general, but especially like city mice, a mouse kind of sniffs around and pokes its head out and looks at you from down in the hole.
I find a crumb and
sniffing expectantly at the air. Okay.
Find something. I was like, I look up at Ron like you.
He kind of squats down and gently nudges one of the cheese crumbles over towards the hole, and the mouse like darts out and grabs it real quick and then runs back into the hole.
It's like, how long have you been feeding these? Since you got here?
He again looks like ashamed down at the floor and kind of nods his head.
Huh. Well, I mean, just don't let it get out of hand, or I'm gonna have to do something about it.
That cat.
Yeah, he starts nodding enthusiastically.
I just like scooch it back,
Yeah.
like the table back or whatever.
Yeah, and it does occur to you as you're moving it back that maybe that stuff in front of the hole was less to like keep people from seeing it and more to keep the cat out of the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Soul, don't let your cat in here.
I just look at the hole contemplatively.
I don't want your cat.
Yeah. Soul's
I don't
gonna
want to
start
get
eating the mice.
Oh God.
I give Cal a smirk and walk out the room.
I don't want it to get sick.
I'm gonna go back to
This is for your own good.
this room. And what kind of bed did she have?
Just like
Would she be able to like cut a hole into it and hide something in it?
I'm sure they already checked that.
you could take the sheets off and look.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You pull the sheets off and basically flip the mattress and look it all over. You do see towards the head of the bed, the edge that was facing the wall, there is a slit cut into the mattress. But when you feel around in there, you don't see or you don't feel anything.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah. All right.
These are cops. They're professionals.
Only sometimes.
Apparently not.
Let's be honest.
Just fucking letting my fucking body go through my business like it's no big fucking deal.
I just kind of throw the sheets back on the bed without remaking it.
God, I'm still mad about that.
Yeah. As you turn to leave the room after leaving the mattress just like a horrible mess, you feel something small ping into the back of your head sharply.
I walk out without acknowledging it.
Okay. Whoever comes in there next will find a copper on the floor.
Yeah. The fucking ghost getting mad at him leaving it around.
Yep, make your bed in bed.
Alright, Ron. Well, they didn't make you talk, did they?
He smiles at you and shakes his head no.
Okay. You never know. Alright, Ron. Well, I'm real sorry about all that. I mean, if I knew it would have turned out like this, obviously I wouldn't have gone along with everything. But, yeah.
Yeah. He nods his head with kind of a sad look on his face.
Yeah.
And makes sure to get you your mug of warm milk before you leave the room.
Alright, I'll down the milk.
Yeah.
Get all nice and full of milk.
Oh, yeah. To go with God knows whatever Mert put into you.
Yeah, nice and logged full of milk. I'll,
Alrighty.
leave. I guess that's it. Well,
Yeah.
look around your room, Soul. See if you find anything.
Yeah.
And I'll,
Would you hand me my book, please?
I'll go home.
Okay. When you get home, Nihilor is standing there.
God, that's a walking home full of liquor and milk in a blizzard.
Fucking mind flayer in your living room.
It's not that
No.
bad.
I would just go to bed. I don't
But,
got time to deal with this shit.
when you do walk into the house, sitting on, like, in the front entryway, there's like a little table that Amber and Avi like set their keys on and their mail, just
Entryway table.
yeah. On the entryway table is a envelope, and on that envelope, in kind of a small chicken scratch writing that you recognize as Sycamore's, is sitting there with your name on it.
I open it.
Yeah.
And read it.
There are. It says 3 things.
You're fired.
Yeah. It says that basically there's like a sentence just like, this is what we learned from the guy.
Okay.
So basically, what he learned is that Thrakis' last shipment of meat was taken to a shop in the trades ward called Cuddle's Meat Pies, and it's located kind of in like a side alley, and the meat was delivered by a member of the Guild of Butchers named Justin Rask. And Thrakis paid extra coin to see it delivered quickly and quietly. And Rask has a blood-spattered horse-drawn cart that he uses to make deliveries outside the field ward. This was the information that the Obsidian Order was able to extract from the various people there and what they could get out of the Carter's body.
Yeah.
So yeah. And
that's it?
Then of course there's the requisite burn this note when you get the information, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't anything more than just like, this is the information that you needed.
Yeah.
Wasn't really making time for pleasantries.
Yeah. I burn the note.
Okay.
Light it on fire and throw it in the thing to make sure it burns all the way.
Yep. And I promise no more surprises for the night. You guys all go to sleep.
Yeah.
Unless, is there stuff that Vinny and Three Strings get up to that you can say on camera? Or...
I mean, she definitely wanted to ask him some questions. It can just be an after session thing if you want.
Okay, we can do that.
I don't know how much time we have because it's already 4.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Regardless,
forgot we started a little bit late.
Yeah. I want to... If you guys want to keep playing, I guess...
This is the Jake.
We could...
Yeah. It's not a bad place to stop it off, honestly.
Yeah, we can just end it here.
Yeah.
And
okay.
We'll pick up next week with Cal giving the pertinent information to where the Stone of Galore is headed next.
Oh, wait, that's where the Stone of Galore is headed? Did somebody just Freudian?
I mean,
you'd need to talk to Vinny, to be honest, because
he said that
Vinny
like
knows?
basically the previous shipment, the one before the one that you guys stopped, was like the one that he's saying is went to the place in the field.
Okay, I'm connecting the dots.
Yeah,
that's where. Yeah, I get it now.
You got to hear the Nihilor report. Maybe you don't remember anything other than, oh shit, there's a mind flayer.
Yes.
I did?
He said that Vinny was like on the trail of the stone.
Yeah.
And another thing you mentioned, but I won't mention that. So.
Even if like you guys hadn't before, I'll connect the dots for you. That's what the Nimblewright had is
stone. I knew that.
Yeah.
So that like
that
led you
I
to
got
Thrakis, and now Thrakis is leading you to this next spot in the field ward. Cuddle's Meat Pies. So that should be fun. I'm actually looking forward to that encounter. And also, it looks like shit might be going down between Zentz and the Xanathar even more so.
Yeah.
Great.
Don't worry about Vinny being kind of responsible. It's fine.
You are basically an accessory at this point without even knowing it.
Yeah, mostly.
I think Vinny knows.
You literally led them to like...
She didn't really like her that much anyway. Whatever.
Alright.
Well, she paid good money and she was a person.
I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Good session, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for actually showing up. It was fun.
Will we ever get news of a funeral, or is this just going to be like, just toss it in the body dump?
Most of the time, bodies are taken to a temple, a specific temple, if it's known like who they worshipped, and then the body is preserved by priests if needed, questioned to figure out next of kin, and then next of kin will be notified, and once that happens, then they can take care of burial arrangements. If there's no next of kin to be notified, then there's what's called a quiet burial, where they're taken to an unmarked plot in the City of the Dead, and buried there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well,
good session, guys and gal, and I look forward to next session.
Yeah.
Yay!
I killed her. No.